So one of the questions I get asked a lot is, how did I go about founding Desert Tech and why did I do it? What happened was, my father died many years ago, and when he passed away, it really kind of changed my life a lot. And I decided at that time that I wanted to do more than just have a good job and have a good income, that I wanted to create something special and, take the talents that I had and use those to build products and services that would change the world and really benefit everybody. And so I sat down, I listed out, all the things that I was good at, all my accomplishments. I have, an accounting bachelor's degree, a finance bachelor's degree, and I was at the time pursuing a master's in business administration, which I received, a year or so later. I had all these business degrees, but one of the things that I had as a personal talent was I was a really big firearms enthusiast, and I knew everything that there was to know about the guns that really interested me. As a kid, then my uncles, they had class 3 suppressors and machine guns, and they took me out and really let me shoot all the fun guns, and so I had a real strong interest in firearms. And so what that did is, I kind of became a self-taught gunsmith. I could take and pretty much repair anything that had a problem and figure it out mechanically. What I did, and with my knowledge of firearms, I thought, what if I created rifles that were smaller, more compact, more modular than any other rifles that are out there. Because I hunt a lot, and I have precision sniper type rifles, and they're heavy, they're long, they hit the back of your legs, and it's really tough to carry them. And I every time I was out in the woods, I thought, there's an easier, a better way to do this. And so I worked on this business plan, and it took me about 6 months to make a business plan, and I drew up concepts of this new precision rifle design as a bullpup system. I took this business plan to some family members, and to my surprise, they said, we like this. We think this is a good idea, and they gave me some investment capital to prototype 4 of these concept rifles that I wanted to start to produce. Then I spent the next 6 months or so designing and learning 3D modeling software, SolidWorks and different things, going back and forth with manufacturing shops, and figuring out what I can make and what I can't, and what designs will work and what's too cost expensive, and how to modify the design to make it more affordable to produce. About a year later, then I ended up creating 4 prototype rifles and having some shops help me to build them. And then I went to SHOT Show, and at SHOT Show, I got a little 10x10 booth, out in the tents in Vegas, and we were clear back in the back corner, but the industry was really excited, and at the time, this was a proof of concept. They gave me enough money to get these prototype guns done and validate that, this is a good product and that the market is going to like it. So, and we had a very good reception at SHOT Show. We started to take orders. We didn't, at that time we didn't have a shop or a factory, and, we didn't establish those things, because it was still at the proof of concept level. And then, we some of the investors came to SHOT Show, saw how excited everybody was about our new rifle design, and it was the Stealth Recon Scout, or the SRS, was the first rifle that we designed. After we left SHOT Show, we did a big investment meeting and says, this is a viable product. We have a lot of orders for this product, and at that time our investors gave us enough investment to bring a shop up, get some equipment, hire the staff that we needed. And I remember the hiring process was pretty interesting, because we got this warehouse and we didn't have any machines and we didn't have any staff, and I was sitting in this empty warehouse with this prototype rifle, and I was interviewing people, and they would look at me like I was crazy. I tell them I need a production manager that can help us set up this facility, and it was a very high risk experience for people to join and be a part of. And so I quit doing interviews in this empty warehouse, and I went over to one of the companies that I was currently working at that was very well established and respected, and did the interviews there. And eventually we found a gentleman that came on board, and he helped get us up and running. And 1 year later, we had production SRSs coming off the line and shipping. So that's how we got started. You know, it was a lot more than I ever thought it would be, and a lot harder than I ever thought it would be. You know, that's our story. Thanks.